Hello, Taurus. Welcome to Three Crows Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings. Today we are doing readings for June 2025. We are using the Phantomwise Tarot and the Elder Futhark on Willow wood. So let's get started with a card from the Phantomwise Tarot. And we have the Nine of Wands. So, Taurus, you might be feeling a bit like you have to prepare and keep everything really up in the rigging and making sure that everything is prepared and everything. It is sort of defensive, but it's kind of like just making sure that everything is where it needs to be, like double and triple checking that this month. So let's get started with some runes to clarify. Okay, yeah. This is one of the only sets I have where Willow actually looks like it has a reversal. So I might bring that into it, sort of. You are a bit worried about energy levels, or you have been. So this is basically where it's come into where you're questioning worth. Sorry, reading in a circle at this point. So central issue for you, Taurus. We have Fehu reversed. Fehu is the rune of wealth and worth. This has to do with... when it's reversed, it has to do with sense of inner worth, inner wealth, confidence, self-esteem, things like that. It may also have to do with being careful with your funds, being careful with like your wealth. So you're sort of like holding that back, or else you're sort of concerned about lack of that. Leading up, the reason I say that is leading up to this, we have Willow. But again, this is the only rune set that I have where Willow kind of has a bit of a reversal, so I'll get to that. Willow is the rune of the sun. This has to do with energy, source energy, brightness, heat, etc. It's reversed, so I'm going to bring in that inner element of it. There may be questions about your energy levels and worries about the energy that you might be getting in, what's going to be nourishing you. And so right now you're concerned about, this brings you up to where you're like thinking about your inner worth. You're thinking about perhaps a sense of lack in things and worrying about that a bit. So this is why you're up in the rigging and making sure that everything, double checking, triple checking is where it needs to be and in place and prepared for whatever might happen. What is going to help you? We have Othala. Othala is the rune of the home and the homeland. It has to do with comfort and security and sanctuary. And what will definitely help you this month is working on making sure that you have somewhere that you can feel safe, somewhere that you can feel secure and have that solace, have that sanctuary, and basically find your comfort zone and be able to retreat to that if you need to, because this seems very stressful to me. Just kind of like making sure everything is just where it needs to be and double checking and triple checking and all that. And it's just, there's concern about lack in terms of both energy and funds, basically, both energy and, Fehu's not money. It's not necessarily money, it's cattle. So it's your movable wealth, it's whatever it is that as long as you take care of it is going to, bring your life richness and worth. However, it can stand for that in these readings. So there is a sense of just worries about these things and that you need to conserve and be very, very careful. What isn't going to help you is just to do nothing or just to freeze and be completely still, because you have to live. And this is all coming from that sense of lack that is worrying at this point. So it doesn't mean you don't get to do anything, and that's not going to help you if you just basically freeze and try not to move or breathe. Basically, bring yourself back up to where you're going to create your surrounding, where it's going to be comfortable and comforting and secure and good and a sanctuary for you. And that's, what you can control, basically. So all of that will help with this and this and this, but it's just something like sort of bring yourself into that state where you're basically, you sort of limit, I know I'm reaching for the words, but you're like limiting your expanse so that you can control what you have in your immediate vicinity. Ultimately, this is just going to be for this month, because I do see you resuming your regularly scheduled program journey at the end of this month. We have Raida, which is the rune of the journey. It's the path forward. It looks like there's just been this little period of time where you've had to be very, very careful maybe there's like also a security element of it where I mean, obviously there is because of the home. But yeah, just this month is going to be a little bit tight as far as, conserving energy, conserving wealth. And then you'll just get through it. You'll stay relatively at home and you'll get through it, and then you'll be able to resume. So it's good. It'll be okay. I promise. So because of that, I wish you all the best with this. That is your reading, Taurus, for June 2025. I wish you all the best with this, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye.